Good evening, tick tock, ticky tock, tick tock. It's Dee Dee. Hey, you see, I'm dressed, so maybe you can tell I went into an office today looking professional and smelling good. Looks like my eyeshadow's still on a little bit. I did not wear lips because I went to the dentist before I went to the office. So back to filling out TikTok, trying to understand it. Um, I want to say something today about never giving up. It's funny. I'm reading this book, and I don't think oh, it is right here by Dr. Gabrielle Lyon. I actually took off the cover, Forever Strong, just because I want to be forever strong. Reading this book, having a great time, and she is a young lady. She's probably in her early 40s. Okay. And then I think about this young lady that I follow. Her name is Ernestine Shepherd, and I bought her book, and she sent a card signed by her. She's 87. She lifts weights. Forever Strong is about lifting weights. Then I remembered from the 90s. Okay, so in the 90s, or this was probably, yeah, late 90s, I bought this book, Weight Training Made Easy. And this lady's name is Dr. Joyce Vidral, and she has a PhD. And I thought, my God, she was in her 50s when I bought this book. Let me look her up. So I've been looking her up um, on social media as I was getting ready to do this TikTok. Let me tell you, it just gave me a lesson in never giving up and not quitting, right? If you're a quitter and you quit stuff easily, let's be encouraged. You encourage me, I'll encourage you. Because way back when I bought this book and I was doing let's see if I can turn this camera around. I don't know how to do it. But anyway, I was doing the exercises. And so reading Forever Strong got me thinking about this book that I had. Yeah, look. I had this book for so long. The pages are loose. Okay. So I was like, that's weird. And it's weird that I still have this book. I don't even live in the same place. I've moved multiple times from where I lived when I had this book. And I looked her up. She was my first person. So in the 90s, I would have been probably in my late 30s when I bought this book, or early 40s. No, it would have been in my 30s. And so I've, been through life as we go through kids, family, separations, divorce, all that good stuff. Come back to this book, and I'm like, I have highlighted this book, I have notes in this book. And so when I found her on social media just now on Facebook and Instagram and even Amazon, this lady's in her 80s now. She turned 80 in 2003. And my goodness, she looks phenomenal. Okay, so I don't look phenomenal from my 30s to now, but due to a couple of things that have happened, injuries and stuff, I said, I need to get back to this. I actually still have an injury and I'm kind of gently trying to work through it. Um, hmm, not complaining, observing something. And I told myself, this is just like your marketing company, right? You get on TikTok to make friends and encourage people that regardless of your age, you can do this. You can do it. You can do whatever you want. And here is a profound lesson for me that I wanted to share with you. So when you spend time, stop, start, start. Man, it's profound what happens. It is amazing. So I'm just saying all this to say If you decide that you are going to join the club and have a store and talk to people about just how they can change their whole life, you can change your life, you can change your family's life. It's funny, I was getting my teeth cleaned today, and my lady asked me, my hygienist, "Are you still doing your side business?" And I go, "Oh, yeah, I am. And it's been years." And she's like, "Huh." So I told her how much money I made, generally speaking, over the last couple of years. And she looked at me. Then I told her how much my mentor had made. And she was like, "Wait, what?" I said, "Right." And it's important to never quit, because we talked about my 12-year-old grandson, we talked about my 3-year-old grandson, how my goal is to take everybody to Japan. And then my other goal, one of my other big goals, is to help some people that I see that need help. And they don't even know that I'm observing them. But there's several people that I would like to help in a big way. She was like, "Wait, we got to talk about this again." I said, "The key is not to quit." So, which brings me back to Dr. Joyce, right? Dr. Joyce back in the day. Wow, can you imagine if I had never quit when I first started doing her weight program? And even Miss Ernestine, and even Train with Joan, right? I picked up all these older ladies that just are phenomenal. And then, of course, the younger Gabrielle Lyon. There's a guy that I follow. His name is Dr. Sean O'Mara. This guy just turned 60. And he, honey, when I tell you, that dude is fine. And he's in his 60s. He subscribes to sprinting. Okay. When I tell you he does not have an inch of fat on him, I mean it. So I started sprinting a couple years ago when I followed him, because I knew I had a little program a long time ago, sprinting. My guy had been gone for 2 weeks. He came back and I looked like a whole different person. And that was from sprinting. So I started following Dr. Sean. But what I didn't know is that, when you're eating a lot of carbs and whatnot, your muscles and your ligaments are going to deteriorate. So I actually tore my meniscus. My goal is to get back to maybe one day a week trying to sprint. The other day, I did a sprint on a bike. Now I'm dealing with the injury uh, in a delicate spot from a situation this past summer. So I just did it for one little bit of time, maybe 3 sprints for like maybe 10 seconds on the bike, because I can't go out and sprint right this moment. And it felt okay. But then now, a couple of days later, I'm back to being super sore. So just saying all this to say, when you start something, man, if you can figure out a way to rest but not quit, you'd be so much better for it. I promise you, I bought this book in the 90s, right? Like, wow. So I trained with my mentor, and I trained with another mentor. She's a product lady, and I love how she I always watch her, observe how she gets products to people. I train with my guy mentor because I know that a lot of times people can't sustain, I can, but people can't sustain marketing products. And so I like to work with him because I want something that people that I introduce the concept to, that they can sustain. Because see, I'm a sales lady, but that's not everybody. That's not natural for everybody. So anyway, the goal of this TikTok is to remind you in everyday terms, because you see I'm not fancy pantsy, no CapCut sweet video. Don't quit. When you start something after you've researched it and this is something you want to do, don't quit. Don't be a quitter. Don't be a quitter. We have to pledge we are no longer quitting. Peace.